Live from the San Diego International Airport today, as there are dozens of delays and cancellations.
The University of San Diego's Veterans Legal Clinic, for veterans by veterans.
The San Diego Humane Society with a new program where you can test drive a potential pet like Patrick here for 2 weeks. We'll tell you how it works.
Former Padres pitcher Craig Stammen is introduced as the team's new manager. We'll hear how he plans to handle his old teammates as their new boss.
All aboard! We'll take you on a ride you'll never forget at the San Diego Model Train Museum.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts right now.
We begin tonight with breaking news out of Rancho Bernardo, where San Diego police are investigating what they say is a homicide. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
And I'm Anna Laurel. There's a large police presence along West Bernardo Drive near the Westwood Tennis Club. That's where CBS 8's Richard Allen joins us live. What can you tell us, Richard?
Well, right now we have very limited information. This entire area of the Westwood Recreation Club Tennis Club is cordoned off as investigators continue their investigation as to what happened. The body of a person, they haven't told us on the record whether it's a male or female. The body of a person has been found outside of a black Toyota 4Runner in the parking lot here. Now, the call came into police at around 2:30. They have been here since, trying to determine exactly what happened here. Now, they are not saying officially whether this was foul play or possibly a medical condition. They have said, though, that that person, that victim, did suffer trauma of some sort, but they are not saying what sort of trauma to what part of the body. So, again, a lot of unanswered questions here as San Diego police homicide investigators are out here determining exactly what happened. Now, we will continue to follow this story. We'll bring you the latest on CBS 8 here and online. Carlo and Anna.
All right, Richard, thank you for that. Stay with us for the very latest on this developing story. We'll have any updates posted on CBS8.com. You can also follow us on social media or download our free CBS 8 app.
Most of California's 5.5 million SNAP recipients should have gotten their November benefits by now. Federal judges had ordered the Trump administration to keep funding the program, even though the government had shut down.
But tonight, there's a new wave of uncertainty. CBS 8 State Matters political reporter Jenny Ha explains what's at stake and what comes next.
We're asking the court to block Saturday night's guidance and immediately make full SNAP benefits available.
That Saturday night guidance, a note from the USDA to states that they must not allocate full November SNAP funds, only a partial 65%, and that any state that's already issued full funding, which includes California, must, quote, undo those actions or face penalties.
There will be no revocation or undoing of the benefits that you have loaded onto your cards.
This was the message California Attorney General Rob Bonta had for Californians Monday as he announced yet another legal challenge against the USDA and Trump administration. Here's a timeline. Last month, over 20 states sued the USDA for indefinitely pausing SNAP funding despite there being a contingency reserve. Rhode Island and local nonprofits sued the USDA too for the same reasons. In both cases, federal judges ruled the USDA must tap into contingency funds. The USDA said it would start distributing partial payments for November. Days later, the judge in Rhode Island ordered the department to allocate full payments by last Friday. The USDA said it would comply and sent out a memo to states. That's when some, including California, began reloading EBT cards in full. But just a day later, the USDA filed an emergency appeal to the Supreme Court, so the order to make full SNAP payments is on hold. And the USDA sent out that letter telling states to undo any full payments or face penalties.
I don't even know if it's logistically possible and how it's supposed to work.
The federal judge on Monday upheld Bonta's point, despite attorneys for the government arguing some states jumped the gun. For now, the Trump administration's November 8th order to states is on pause. Jenny Ha, CBS 8.
San Diego International Airport announced a ground stop on all arriving flights this morning.
It's since been lifted, but there are still dozens of delays and cancellations today. CBS 8's Alex Cheney is live at the airport with how it's looking out there right now. Alex?
Well, I'm getting a general sense of stress from a lot of the passengers here at San Diego International Airport. Is their flight going to get delayed? Is it going to get canceled? A lot of people just waiting around to find out what's going to be happening as the government shutdown continues, and so do the problems at the airport.
We were supposed to fly early this morning.
Mike and his wife came to the airport at 4:30 this morning to catch an early flight, but after delays and cancellations, they won't be leaving until just past 10 tonight. A 16-hour day at the airport.
So we came this morning as planned, and now we've got booked to a flight at 10:30 tonight. So we're here since 4:30 and till 10:30.
The delayed boarding process will commence with flight.
Brady Johnson visited San Diego for a friend's reunion.
I have a couple friends going back to Chicago. Their flight got canceled.
He says some of his friends got their flights canceled, and now he's worried they might have to stay another night.
I'm going to look for them, and then we're going to go from there, and we might just have to get a hotel room or do something, because I'm just prepared for my flight to be canceled too at this point with how bad it's looking.
In a statement today, the San Diego International Airport said the FAA issued a brief ground stop for flights arriving into San Diego this morning in anticipation of high traffic volumes. The high traffic volumes in this case were anticipated due to staffing shortages related to the ongoing federal government shutdown.
All right.
The president of the National Air Traffic Controllers Association spoke in Washington, D.C. today, saying air traffic controllers have had 2 $0 paychecks the last 41 days, and that the stress on controllers is putting the flying public at risk.
The federal workforce that has been the rope in this game of tug of war. Now, let me be clear. Not just air traffic controllers and aviation safety professionals or federal employees. No American should ever be forced to work without a paycheck.
Meanwhile, back at the airport, travelers are keeping a positive attitude as they try to make it home.
You know, just trying to stay happy. Had a great weekend, so.
So again, as just a reminder, really check out your flight status over these next few days, the departing airport and the arriving airport. You can always check with the airline that you booked with for any sort of refunds or changes as this shutdown continues, and we'll let you know more as it unfolds. Reporting live, I'm Alex Cheney, CBS 8.
All right, Alex, thank you. A community-led effort is calling on Congress to reform America's immigration system. The We the People Coalition held a kickoff event at Chicano Park today as they start a cross-country journey to D.C.
CBS 8's Steffi Roche joins us live in studio. And Steffi, so what are they pursuing here? What's their big ask?
Right. Well, the coalition, their main goal, they want Congress to update the immigration registry date. They argue this would provide a pathway to stability for millions of long-term residents. The We the People coalition says the current immigration registry provision only allows individuals who have been in the U.S. since January 1st, 1972 to apply for permanent residence. They say this date, set by the Immigration Reform and Control Act of 1986, is functionally obsolete for the vast majority of the undocumented population. The coalition is advocating for a legislative package that includes updating the registry date and passing critical bills like the H.R. 2366, American Families United Act. Today, we spoke with immigration attorney Wendoli Rodriguez about their demands to Congress.
Now in 2026, we're going to have congressional elections. So we need to know who is with us, what politicians are supporting our immigrant community, and we need to raise our voices so that our politicians know that we are voting, and we need the ones that are going to protect our immigrant community.
The tour will travel through major U.S. cities, holding press conferences and rallies to collect letters from community members urging their elected representatives to act. And after their initial press conference in San Diego this morning, the coalition spoke in Los Angeles. And Wednesday, they'll be in Denver, and the journey will culminate in Washington, D.C. on November 18th, where the collected letters will be presented to members of Congress. In the studio, I'm Steffi Roche, CBS 8.
All right, Steffi, thank you so much. Well, have you ever wanted to see if a dog is the right fit for your home before you make the big commitment to adopt one?
San Diego Humane Society has a new program that lets you do just that. Take a pet for a 2-week test run. CBS 8's Steve Price joins us live from the Humane Society's main campus to explain the rules to us. Steve.
Carlo and Anna, the best way to describe this program is that it's kind of like a test drive, but instead of getting a car, you're going to bring home a cat, or a dog, or a guinea pig. With 1,500 animals in Humane Society shelters right now, there's no hiding from the fact these lovers need a home.
We're super excited about our adoption trial program.
Nina Thompson says what makes this such a doggone great program, good boy, is that it bridges the gap between fostering and adopting.
The trial program is not intended to be a foster situation. It's more if you are not sure if that pet is a good fit for you.
Potential adopters get the animal for up to 14 days, and nothing over 7 months old is off limits. Dogs, cats, guinea pigs, bunnies, even a bearded dragon like Marigold here.
We know there's a perception that shelters only have the damaged pets. That is not true. There are amazing animals, they're all amazing, but there is every type of animal, every size, every age you can ever imagine.
For the Humane Society, this program is a win-win. The animal gets a chance to socialize in a home setting, which is less stressful for them. And it frees up space at the shelter for another animal.
That alleviates the burden on the shelter for space and staff time and volunteer time, and it lets that animal decompress in the home as well.
All pets come spayed or neutered, vaccinated, microchipped, and have been medically cleared. The hope is that you'll become a forever family, but if not, you can return the animal.
If it's not a good fit, that is also okay, because we're learning about that animal in the home environment.
To participate, you must live in one of the 14 cities across the county that the Humane Society serves. And if the pets are bonded, you have to agree to take both of them. But for shelters that have now been overcrowded for 3 years, they're hoping this new program is the cat's meow. And these adoptions are available Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5. And 10 to 7 on Saturdays and Sundays. Carlo and Anna.
That is such a great idea.
If you're on the fence, this is something to do to be sure. You get to learn the animal.
A lot of people say, oh, it doesn't fit with my schedule. I'm not sure if it goes with my cat or my other dogs. Now you can find out.
All right, the Padres, they officially debut a familiar face in a new role.
We've got those details still ahead, plus how the conviction of a San Diego man is leading to change in state law.
And we'll share how veterans are helping other veterans fight a different type of battle.
Cloud cover's rolling in for tonight. We did have some cooler temperatures closer towards the coast, a lot of inland heat. We're still holding on to the heat tomorrow, just not the Santa Ana winds before we gear up for a storm system. We'll take a look at your complete forecast coming up.